Hello, everyone, and welcome to our English Learning Podcast. My name is Tom, and I am your host for today's episode. Today, we are going to learn how to describe different people. This is a very useful topic for your everyday conversations. Let's start with the most basic physical characteristics we notice first. Look at the people around you in the room or on the street. The first thing we usually see is how tall a person is. We can say that a man or a woman is tall. Basketball players are usually very tall, for example. Some people are short, which is the opposite of tall. Children are typically short because they are still growing. Many people are just a medium height, not tall and not short. I am of medium height myself, right in the middle. Think about your best friend's height at this moment. Is your friend taller or shorter than you are? It is easy to use these adjectives in simple sentences. You can say, my brother is a very tall man. You can also say, my sister is short and cute. These words help us create a quick picture in our mind. Let's practice saying these sentences aloud together right away. Repeat after me. He is tall and she is short. Great. You're doing a wonderful job with the pronunciation. Remember to use the verb to be with these descriptive words. For example, they are tall or I am short. This rule is very important for correct English grammar. Height is just the beginning of our description today. We have many more interesting details to talk about next. Let's move to the next part of our lesson. We will talk about body types in the following section. Get ready to learn some new useful adjectives for that. Welcome to the second part of our vocabulary lesson. Let's focus on the general shape of a person's body. Some people are slim, which means they are thin in an attractive way. Models on television are often quite slim and tall. Another word you can use for a thin person is slender. Sometimes we use the word thin, but be careful with it. Calling someone thin can sometimes sound a little bit impolite. If a person exercises a lot, they might be well-built. Athletes usually have a strong and well-built body. What about people who are a bit heavy? We can use the polite word plump for someone slightly fat. For men, the word stocky describes a short and strong build. It is always better to choose polite words in English. Let's try to make a new sentence with these adjectives. My uncle exercises every day, so he is well built. My grandmother is a lovely, plump woman who loves baking. These sentences are simple, but give a lot of information. Think about your own body type for a second. How would you describe yourself to a stranger on the phone? You could say, I am slim and of medium height. That is a perfect description for a basic conversation. People will easily understand what you look like. Remember to practice these words with your friends. Writing them down in a notebook also helps a lot. Vocabulary becomes stronger when you use it frequently. We are ready to look at the human face. The face holds many clues about a person's appearance. In the next scene, we will discuss hair and eyes. This is my favorite part of describing people. Let's see what words we can find there. We are entering the third scene of our podcast. Let's talk about hair, which can be very different. Hair can be long, short, or even medium length. As you can see, my hair is short and brown. Some people have straight hair with no waves at all. Other people have wavy hair, which looks like gentle ocean waves. Curly hair has many tight, round twists and looks beautiful. If a man has no hair, we say he is bald. My grandfather is completely bald and wears a hat. Hair color can be black, brown, blonde, or red. People with blonde hair are often called blondes. To describe hair, we use the verb to have. For example, she has long, curly, blonde hair. Notice the order of adjectives in that sentence. We usually put length first, then shape, and then color. Let's practice another example. He has short, straight, black hair. After the hair, we always notice a person's eyes. Eyes could be big, small, round, or oval shaped. The most common eye colors are brown, blue, and green. Some people have beautiful hazel eyes, which are greenish brown. I have blue eyes, just like my mother does. My sister has big green eyes is a good sentence. You can combine hair and eye descriptions together easily. Tom has short brown hair and blue eyes. This is exactly how you could describe me to others. Try to describe your own hair and eyes aloud. Use the structure I have hair and eyes. It is a great exercise for your speaking skills. We are finishing our discussion about the face. Next, we will learn about age and general appearance. Let's begin the fourth section of our English podcast. We want to talk about how old a person is. If we do not know the exact number, we guess. We can divide people into young, middle-aged, and old. Children, teenagers, and students are usually considered young. People between 40 and 60 are often called middle-aged. Grandparents are elderly, which is a polite word for old. You could say my parents are middle-aged individuals. We also have words for general appearance and beauty. If a woman is very beautiful, we say she is pretty. Attractive is a good word for both men and women. For men, we use the specific word handsome. The actor in that movie is very handsome, is correct. If someone is pleasant to look at, they are good looking. Good looking is a very safe and common English adjective. The opposite of beautiful or handsome is ugly. However, ugly is a strong and unkind word to use. It is better to say someone is ordinary looking instead. Let's combine age and appearance in one phrase. She is a pretty young woman with a kind face. He is a handsome middle-aged man with gray hair. These sentences sound very natural and fluent. You're learning how to create complex descriptions. This will help you pass your A2 English exams. Can you think of a famous actor you like? Try to describe his age and appearance right past this moment. Is he young, middle-aged, handsome, or tall? Practice makes your English speech much more confident. We are done with the physical appearance of people. The next step is to describe someone's character. Welcome to Scene 5, where things get even more interesting. Describing how someone looks is only half the job. We also need to describe a person's inner world. Personality traits tell us what a person is like inside. For this, we use the question, what is he like? Do not confuse this with what does he look like? What is he like? Ask about character, not face. Let's look at some positive character adjectives first. A friendly person smiles a lot and likes talking to people. I try to be friendly to all my podcast listeners. Kind people like to help others who are in trouble. A clever or smart person learns things very quickly. Students who get good grades are usually quite smart. If a person makes you laugh, they are funny. Comedians on television are professional funny people. A polite person always says please and thank you. Good manners are very important in English culture. Honest people always tell the truth and never lie. It is wonderful to have honest friends in your life. Let's create an example with these beautiful words. My teacher is very kind, smart, and helpful. My best friend is a funny and honest guy. We use the verb to be for character traits. She is intelligent, or they're very friendly. These adjectives are essential for deep conversations. You can describe your family members using these words. Think about your mother's best character quality today. She's probably the kindest person you know. We have one more scene left in our podcast. We will discuss some negative and neutral character traits. This is the final scene of our educational podcast. Nobody is perfect, so people have negative traits too. Let's learn how to describe these darker sides politely. A lazy person does not like to work or exercise. Sometimes we all feel a little bit lazy on Sundays. The opposite of lazy is hardworking, which is positive. A shy person is quiet and afraid to speak to strangers. Children are often shy when they meet new adults. If someone gets angry quickly, we call them bad-tempered. It is difficult to talk to bad-tempered people. A selfish person only thinks about himself or herself. They do not like to share their things with friends. Arrogant people think they are better than everyone else. We prefer to spend time with modest individuals instead. Let's put these words into a final sentence. My neighbor is sometimes lazy, but he is never rude. She can be shy, but she is very sweet. You can use the word but to connect opposite traits. This makes your description balanced and realistic. We have covered a huge amount of vocabulary today. You learn about height, build, hair, eyes, and age. You also learned how to describe positive and negative characters. Try to combine everything into one big story about yourself. Write a short paragraph describing your appearance and personality. This homework will make your English much stronger. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast. You're doing a fantastic job learning this language. Keep practicing every day and stay motivated. Goodbye for now, and see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful day, my dear English learners.
Write a comment. 3 best comments get 20 English lessons completely free.